a psychic medium. That's what I do for work. Hello and welcome. My name is Rebecca Anne LoCicero, and I am a psychic medium from Vernon, Connecticut. What exactly is it with the mediumship? That's my job. And all I know is that there is an afterlife. I call it heaven. There's no other better word for me. I can't think of a better word. I mean, my goal is to present raw, uncut, and unedited live readings on camera for you. If you want to know anything more about the ESPI, just make sure you look them up. All of the information will be right here for you now and then again at the end of this video. Thank you so much. Hello and welcome back to episode number 35 of Messages from Heaven. I am psychic medium Rebecca Anne LoCicero, and we are here once again in Bolton, Connecticut to bring you as much information as I can about mediumship, to expand your mind into the afterlife and to get you the best information I can. Understand, this show, just like every other one, may have live readings, may definitely share some information with you about some ghosts and some spirits, and it will be uncut, raw, and unedited just for you. So you please enjoy this candid conversation. I'm about to bring to you some interesting people. I have 4 women here, 4 of 7 women on an all-women's investigation crew, a paranormal investigation crew, and Eastern States paranormal investigators. Please welcome these wonderful ladies.
Thank you.
We've got Emma Rose, Melissa, Michelle, and Tina. Ooh. Okay, so I don't know how to even begin this with you guys, but I'm going to start with this. Audience, I did indeed introduce myself into a little bit of that paranormal stuff, and I know that I don't normally talk about that. I know I don't normally bring that in. But they gave me an opportunity I could not refuse. And then they scared the pants off me. I still don't know if I can process what's happened. And now I can't wait to do it again. Are you wondering what I'm talking about? Well, we should ask them. Let me start. I will start with Michelle. Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. This is Tina. And Tina, to me, is the one person in this group that I met that I know if anything goes on, I'm jumping on her lap. Because I know that Michelle's going to be off kicking some ghost butt. I just need to know, first and foremost, how did you get into this?
It was something that I was always interested in.
You liked ghosts?
I liked ghosts. I liked spirits. I liked finding the truth about things.
Okay.
Because for me, a lot of it's Hollywood. Hollywood. And then you end up reading all the information, and then you get there and you have your own experiences.
So you're reading something, you're learning something, and you put yourself out there into situations where ghosts are?
Absolutely.
To have your own experience.
Absolutely.
Okay, wait. And on purpose.
On purpose.
Okay. Did you do this too? On purpose?
Absolutely.
Everybody here is doing this on purpose.
Yes. Totally
Okay.
on purpose.
So I want to know your first experience with seeing something that you were like, what is going on, and brought your interest in.
I don't know. I would say my mom and I went to Lizzie Borden's house. And that was our... Yep, that's the one who's not really the axe murderer.
Oh, she's
again.
Free Lizzie.
Go.
Free Lizzie.
The real Lizzie.
So that was my first experience using all of the tools, like the cat balls and asking questions and seeing the cat balls go off for answers, and using the dowsing rods, and just doing like what Michelle said.
I'm going to have to put pictures up. This is what a cat ball is. These are what dowsing rods are. So you're actually at Lizzie Borden. So for those of you who don't know Lizzie Borden, you got to look that up, because that's another house that you can go and stay in, right?
Yes.
And so were you scared?
I think so. I think I was more scared of like the unexpected and not knowing what would happen or when. But that's when I fell in love with.
I have not been to Lizzie Borden.
You have to go.
I will admit that.
Really?
Not yet.
She said not yet. I mean, I can't say that at my age I didn't wander around Dudleytown a few times. So I can't say that as a kid I wasn't exploring certain things, but I wasn't booking a night with my mom at the Lizzie Borden house.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? My peeps here, they know me to be this spiritual person, right? And oh, your loved ones love you, and oh, heaven is great. And then I get this just random phone call from another member of your team that we love. And so shout out to the other 3 that aren't here. Hi, would you like to go see Annabelle? Annabelle? Right?
Absolutely.
So I'll put pictures up.
Okay.
That's why I'll cut that, but we put pictures up. And I went, and it scared the pants off of me.
You were great, though.
Whatever. Mediums. What did you like the most about the Warrens?
The Warren House.
Because we went there.
Yes, I mean, I would say the museum, absolutely the museum. But segueing from the Lizzie Borden house, that was the first time I ever bumped into anything really dark. Like something, we were down in the basement, and there was a whole bed of K2s, and I had my knees against the bed, and then we had the spirit box going, and all of a sudden, all the lights lit up. And
So these are all tools you guys are using.
Yes, and
Okay.
then all of a sudden the spirit box was right in front of me, and it said, "He's behind you. He wants to play." Oh. And I just kind of went, "No, thank you. No thanks."
So a spirit box, that's one of those things that pick up the radio waves, and spirit kind of uses that to put sounds together to give you answers or information related to what's going on in the room and how they want you to feel.
Exactly.
I know I gave that really quick, but anybody who wants to know, they can just look up spirit box as well and see that. And so did Lizzie Borden's house have tools and equipment? Like when we went to the Warren's house, they
Not
had
as
things like
much,
that?
not as
Okay.
much, but they definitely had some.
You could do that too, huh?
Yes. So they have all the tools there available.
So what do you think your dead people in spirit think about this? I mean, only because while I'm sitting with you, I feel like somebody's strumming a machine in background with me. And I don't know why I want to say I'm strumming a machine. It could be a harp, a guitar, something like a banjo we put down flat. Is there somebody in your family that did that? Because I have somebody behind you. I think this might be a grandmother or a grandfather, but it would be the grandfather playing. I almost feel like your whole family had a band. It's kind of weird. Did they?
No, not that I'm aware of. No.
Unexpected to me, without any rules and no thought to come with it. I looked at you because I felt like I had a grandmother standing behind you, somebody who almost looks like you, and tells me that you get some of your gifts and your dreams and your information from her. So if you get confused, I have this grandmother that comes in and goes, "Oh, don't worry, girl, I'll tell you what's going on." So do you have dreams like this?
Yes.
And is she like opening books for you in this dream? Because I feel like she's going, "Hey, have you seen this?" Okay, so Emma Rose, I have to tell you, I didn't expect that to come through. But I've been hearing myself ask you guys questions and realize that I'm in a scattered space. So the fact that your grandmother just popped through to do that for me makes me very happy. She does use folk music to connect. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay. Why?
I don't.
Folk music? Like who listens to? Okay, maybe. I used to think the Grateful Dead was folk music. I'm that young old. But I did, because when you'd go to folk shows and all of a sudden it'd be all
It was
these...
more country.
All right, fine. So we're fiddling. Like a fiddle? I'll take country. If it's country music, you better listen to the country station so you can hear songs that they want to say hello to you about. But I feel like she goes, "Well, every time you guys take her out, I have to protect her." So do you take something of hers with you?
Her cross.
Of course.
Wow.
Yep.
High five, sister. So please know, Emma Rose, that your grandmother is here. She knows you carry the cross with you, and she knows that she wants to be with you through this, and that she also had sensations, thoughts, and feelings like you do. So you're not alone in all of this.
Thank you.
Okay. Tina, what happens when we're dead?
That's the question, isn't it?
Yeah.
So literally that's what we're trying to find out. So I literally will ask that question every time we go out.
You do?
I do.
Okay,
I
wait.
just did this past weekend. Yep.
So you'll go into these places, and you'll say,
I'll say,
"What's it like being dead?"
with my recorder out, we are here because we want to understand what happens when we die. You know, did you see a light? Did your loved ones come for you? Are you stuck here? Are you happy?
And you're waiting for the voice box to say something, or the recorder to record a electronic voice phenomena, catching the vibrations into the recording, or you're waiting for some sort of sensor lights to go off, or a cat ball to fall.
The dead bells go off.
Showing what?
Anything, a response. So we like to use our tools as a response. a way
Okay.
for them to communicate with us.
Well,
So
they can't tell you your name. They're named that way. So what are they doing?
sometimes they can.
Oh, my.
We've got
Yep.
names.
With the spirit
Okay,
box,
I'm not
they
going to
can.
say I don't know that.
Yeah.
I may have heard a few names.
Yeah.
I will just say this very clearly. When we were at the Warrens, I did hear once, and then you said it twice, but they were calling your name out.
Yeah. And I actually, when I was looking at the evidence, I found them finally. I found both of them. First, there was a woman that called out my name, and I thought she was another team member. And I said, yeah. And everybody's looking at me like I'm crazy. And nobody called me. I found that. And then later, which honestly was weird because I thought it was a little time after that, but it was literally at 5:15 the next morning.
Well, you're in this time warp of
I
a
know.
building.
And really, you have no sense of time when we're doing this. And it was a man, and we were just all women there. And he clearly said my
Wanted to
name.
make sure.
Yeah. And I want to thank you because it took me so long to find that second piece. And the only reason why I found it was because of you when you said, again? You were literally standing.
and my big mouth.
Yeah, thank you. Because I can't tell you how many, I cried when I found it. I don't know if I was, I don't,
Going through this evidence must be monotonous.
It is.
How many hours of evidence do you think you get? Okay, now wait. You have cameras set up. How many cameras does your team have?
16.
16 cameras. So if you are somewhere for 10 hours, we are 160 hours.
Yep. Plus
we
the
were-
body cams,
Yep,
plus the
body cam.
camcorders and everything else.
So
that we
this is
have.
like you'll go in to do an investigation. It could be a month's worth.
We're still
We're
looking at
still
the
looking
warrants.
at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're still looking at it. Yep. And you want to watch it in real time.
It's amazing, though. It is amazing that you guys have put this together and have all this excitement. So let me break it down and get a little bit different here. What do you do? What does this crew do?
We use our energy as a collective and bring that together to try and charge our surroundings. We are great as a team, but when it's time to lock in, we lock in, absolutely, and we enter kind of a flow state where we let it take over us. And that's kind of what you have to do when you're in this. You got to let it take over you. You got to go with where it takes you because you can't force any answers and you cannot force evidence. So really what we do is stay true. We stay honest to the evidence. We have a great rapport as a team and we really just have fun.
Well, I know we have fun.
Yes, we do.
That much I can guarantee. And I did. I saw you guys be so conducive and collective and energetic. I did see that. So you have this business. How long has this ESPI been together? And I don't mean all of you at once, but I mean from the first time somebody says, I think I might want to do this to now. How long have we done this?
We've actually been investigating together for years.
Yep.
And we finally decided about a year ago that we were going to do this. And so now we have our logo and we're an actual team. But we've been doing this for
Long enough.
long enough.
Years.
Yep.
Years plus.
Yep.
Well, it sounds to me like you've all had your own individual collective experiences, and then you've done an incredible thing where you've brought it all together.
Right.
So you do residential.
Yes.
So you'll go to somebody's house,
Absolutely.
right?
Yep.
So I know that you have a story about a photo, and in this photo, which is going to be blurred,
Yeah.
is blurred.
Yeah.
It affects you.
It does.
Now, it affects you because it's residential and it's somebody who needed you. So,
Right.
how many of you went to this residential home and why?
So we went there twice.
Okay.
And it was different. I was the only person that went both times.
Okay. so, this is your investigation in a sense.
No, it's ours.
But
No,
you were
wait.
the only one who went?
No, to both.
Oh, okay.
Because they reached out to us through our Facebook page, messaged us, and asked us if we could help them.
Okay.
And I was the one that initiated
No problem.
the
Just-
conversation, so, that was that. But it does touch me because they have a 4-year-old baby that was really getting affected because this baby was claiming that somebody kept talking to her and talked about a house fire and was talking about some scary things.
A 4-year-old.
A 4-year-old.
I am going to say, I have like goosebumps. I have like chills. But I will say this. This show may help somebody, just so you know. So
Yeah.
if there's,
Yeah.
I mean, we've all been 4 and had well, maybe you and I have been for and had issues. I don't know about the rest of you. But to have somebody come in and help. So the mom calls you?
Uh,
Or somebody called with
somebody
concern,
in the family.
right?
Yep.
Okay.
So actually, a young girl lives in that house. She's in her early 20s, and she lived there by herself. And she's moving out like this weekend, I think. And her mother, who has the 4-year-old,
Okay.
would come to the house all the time. And the mother was experiencing a lot of things. The 4-year-old was communicating with the spirit, and the girl who lived there.
Is that the girl?
That's the girl.
That's the girl who lives
yeah.
here. Okay.
And so she just recently sent me that picture because, let me back up a little bit. So
Mm-hmm.
our main concern was, who is this?
Mm-hmm.
Why are you messing with this 4-year-old? We have all this equipment here. Let's talk. What do you have to say? Like, what's up? And we got some information through our tools the first time, and we asked him to stay away from the 4-year-old. Do not communicate with the 4-year-old. We'll come back, and you can communicate further with us, which we did go back, and he did at first leave the 4-year-old alone, but then he started up again. So we went back immediately again, and then the other members of our team came, and we had a lot of communication that night with a lot of.
So when you say a lot of communication, you're talking about asking yes and no questions,
Yep.
hearing things from the voice,
Yep.
getting EVPs and the lights and the
Yep.
cat balls.
We
and
saw
using
orbs.
your tools. Now,
Yep.
I will say your tools are not a joke. Like your
No.
tools are lock and key.
Yep.
You know, this isn't something that somebody just like left over. You know, you're talking about high end equipment that's thousands of dollars too. We're not talking about like a,
We
yeah.
put on a production.
Yes,
Like
your tools are credible.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So when I say interact with us, I mean, we literally, Michelle at some point was watching all of we do a command center where all of our cameras that are running are funneling into our screen. Michelle was watching the screen, and as we're around the kitchen table with all of our equipment out there, and equipment is going off, yes or no answers, and she's watching this orb come in and hang around.
Circling around and like coming over our shoulders and looking
And this
like.
is the one by the door that went by this was
No.
in the room with you?
Yes.
Yeah, in the kitchen.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Yeah.
So there was
But I
also-
can show what it looks like to have all those screens because you
Yeah.
have all of these
Yep.
cameras and then you have all of these screens.
Yes.
So even though you can't see what's on this screen, I can
Right.
definitely
Yes.
we
Yep.
can see what the cameras look like.
Yeah.
And that is a lot of work.
It is a lot.
I mean, you guys were like hustle. You know, you got 16 cameras, you got 8 people on your crew, 6 of them know what they're doing, 5 of them are jumping into action because you can't have so many cooks in the kitchen. And
Right.
boom, 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 boom. You guys were
we're
ready.
we're good. We know how
Professional.
to. Yeah, we work together very
So
well.
what is happening with this girl?
So she recently sent me that picture because what happened after the second time we went there, at this point she's deciding she's moving out. She's going to move back with mom. Now mom is all concerned that whatever this is going to follow them to her house.
Yep. Okay.
So now they're saying they're starting to see things at mom's house, but are they leaving the 4-year-old alone? Yes,
Right.
absolutely.
It's
okay.
almost like
All right.
one step at a time,
Yeah.
maybe. Okay, so if
So-
they're leaving the 4-year-old alone, that's good.
That's
But
good.
What is that?
But what's
on her
happening?
shoulder.
Right. So what's happening now is, yep. And at one point, didn't he say, what was the last thing he said on the device? He said understood or something, right? At the end of the night?
Yes. Yep.
I said, now remember, you're going to leave the 4-year-old alone. Understood. Like that came out. Understood.
Yep.
So then.
Are you freaked out when you see this thing? No, just look at her. She's like, I love it. Give me more.
So what started happening?
Validation. It is
It
validation.
is. It is.
I understand.
So what happened?
For the parents and this 4-year-old too. I mean, not for
Right.
nothing, but a 4-year-old
Yeah.
who's going to come across with something like that. You know, a haunting or a ghost is not the first thing somebody is going to think of
Right.
when you go there. You're going to be like, okay, who hurt this girl? Who touched this girl? Why is this girl transferring things? Is she being bullied at school? I mean, you're going into this not just investigating, but you also have to go into the skeptic as possible, right?
You want to talk about being a skeptic?
Yes.
One of the
Tell
reasons.
me a skeptic story.
Well, one of the reasons why it's taking us so long to go through our evidence all the time is because we spend as much time debunking what we're hearing and seeing than anything else. You know?
yeah.
We have to.
You did that to some of the footage at the Warren House. So I was lucky enough to go with this team to the Warren House. I am a medium. I was not the only medium there on this team. I believe every single one of these people have intuitive abilities. There is Ashley, who's not here, who I know does all kinds of incredible mediumistic things while she's there too. When I was there, I almost was overwhelmed. I didn't know what to do. And being with you guys made it so comfortable. But there was a whistle And that whistle kept coming. Look at you laughing. I mean, we heard this whistle. This was no joke. It was like, where's that coming from? You caught it on footage. You're listening to it over and over and over again. And then, go ahead, spill it.
I have to because I'm the one. I was like, ugh.
Yes.
So
You spent
hours of my life. We actually caught like 3 different whistles, and then I started noticing that they kind of sounded similar. I even reached out to the caretaker of the house saying, "Were you on the property when we were there?" And he's like, "No, I left."
Now,
the
we are
property."
talking about the Warren house. We're talking
Warren
about
house.
Ed and Lorraine Warren.
Yeah.
We're talking about Monroe, Connecticut. We're talking about Elton and Matt. They got this house. And
Yeah, and he said, "No, I was
Yes.
off property. I went and had
Not on
dinner, and I
property.
was nowhere near the property."
okay.
Whistle, 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 and then finally, it dawned on me. It was the front door. It was
Now,
the front door to the kitchen.
Let's just be kind of like, let's feel bad for her for a second. How many hours?
I don't.
Just take like 7
No, probably
10?
more like 40 or 50 hours
for
just on
looking for a whistle.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because it's camera by camera, and every
Yep.
camera is
Different
the
angle,
full
different
hours,
sound.
the
Yep.
different angles, and where's it? Oh,
We have this.
not only that, but if you could have 8 cameras in one room, and a spirit might only show up on one of the 8 cameras that
Yeah.
are all pointing in the same direction.
Right.
Right.
So that can be frustrating too.
Right. We have this one video of a chair in the basement of the Warren house, and Emma Rose was sitting behind that chair, and I was to this side. And then we have this video of just the back part of the chair moving this way, but the front part of the chair did not move. And you can see Emma Rose's foot. She does flick her foot up in the back, but she's far enough away from the chair.
And it's not at the same time really either.
No,
Close to it.
It's close to it.
But it's weird though because it could be energy too. Energy that something else could have used. But
Right.
yeah, why
But-
is furniture warping in the basement of
It
the
was
Warren
literally
house?
warping.
Okay, so for those who have seen the Annabelle movie,
Yeah.
but have not seen the actual Annabelle, tell me about this. Tell me about this. Who
think
wants to
it's
tell me about this?
Shocking when people see
Yeah.
what Annabelle really looks like, or Raggedy
this
Ann
is
doll.
why- Yeah, she's cute.
She's you wouldn't
pretty
expect
cute.
her
And there is another
to
room
have
there.
the reputation.
Yeah,
She does.
So this is how I feel. I will say this. When I walked into that house, the first thing that I felt being a medium was this incredibly heavy presence behind me. And I don't think that presence left until I left the next day. You check in like it's an Airbnb. You've got time in the museum at night, 3 hours we had. But I still never got rid of that. And it actually took me a good hour at the beginning to even kind of get used to the energy that was in there. And although I haven't really had a chance to ask you guys, I will say this from my perspective. I think I felt the darkest I've ever felt. But because it was Ed and Lorraine's home, and because the priest lived upstairs and the Vatican sent all kinds of things, and we've got holy water probably soaking the rugs and the floor for 20, 30 years, it was like the most holy place that I think I've ever been. So I felt both. Who slept upstairs with the watch on and slept well? Was that you?
I slept upstairs, but I did not have a watch.
I thought it was like a smart app or the smart watch.
That was
Mickey.
Mickey the next day.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
that
somebody
wasn't there.
actually slept 8 hours uninterrupted, and
Not
the
there.
watch.
Not there.
Not there.
Oh, I thought that
No,
was
it was
there.
at our house
Oh, well, that's still weird.
when the 3 of us
The
did
only
not
time she
sleep.
slept was
No
when we were doing-
sleeping, but it
No, she didn't
shows
sleep.
this. Okay, all I know is weird things.
She had the
can
best
happen.
sleep the next day.
So you go into these residential houses. These
Yeah.
people are like, "Help me! There's these hauntings."
Yeah.
What are you doing for these people? What are they expecting? First of all, tell me, what are they expecting from you when you come in? Because you're volunteering your time.
Yeah. Well, we asked
You're
her.
not. This is a no fee.
No, because we want to help people. So the very first thing we're trying to do is find out what they would like to happen as a result of us going there.
Right.
Like, what would you like to happen? And if they're just trying to get information, or if sometimes they just want validation, sometimes they want it gone. Sometimes.
So for this girl who moved out, now moved in with mom, and they're still feeling things, will you go back again and look for some more evidence to try to help this older girl?
Right. So what's happened now with that picture is she never was able to see anything, but she would hear like things happening. Now that spirit has left the 4-year-old alone, now that spirit is working overtime to try to get her attention. So now showing up in that picture. So now, and then the mother, whose house she's moving to, is now saying that they're seeing that in their house. So we will be going back to the
So
mother's
now
house.
you also now have, it's like it's feeding into it. So now I feel this, you feel this, whatever's going on, this is here now. So what can you do if you, I mean, talking to the spirit, moving the spirit on? Do you have other tools that you leave with people?
I mean, actually, we did another case in the Wilbraham Palmer area where she had an attachment, and we ended up smudging the house from the basement up. And when you smudge a house, you have to open up every drawer, every closet, under
Well, you
every
guys went
bed.
deep.
And we went from the basement
This
all the
is
way
not
up.
your normal smudging your house, people. This is smudge.
This is smudging,
Got
and then we got to the most active room, which was her bedroom. Opened the windows prior. We pushed it out the window, and then we went and put railroad ties north, south, east, and west of the house. And that way, when we pushed it out, it couldn't come back in.
This girl was waking up with fractured ribs.
Yep.
Wow.
Yes. And she
So
said she was
this is
good.
beyond therapy. This is beyond getting a shrink. This is beyond, this is like, can you help me?
Right.
So
Yeah.
you guys are in this space where do you feel like you're in danger at all? Well, I'll tell you what, I met all of y'all. You all are bad, you know. So I'm going to say, you're probably going to say no right off the bat, but are you scared something's gonna, I mean, I talk to nice dead people, your grandmother, maybe a dad here and there, whether you want to hear from or not, you know.
Truth be told, you just have to be smart about it. When you go in, you say your prayers before you go in, and before you leave, and you have your medallions, and you have your rosary beads, and then when you leave, you have to say your parting prayer, and then you also have to let them know you cannot come with me.
Oh.
So you have to be very smart about it.
And that is huge.
Yeah, it is.
You're not coming with me.
Right.
I often tell clients when they sit with me, and even here, take your people home with you.
Right.
You know, it's psychological, but it's still, I think, very intense.
Oh,
to
absolutely.
do that. I love that you do that.
Yeah, because actually, one of the times at the Lizzie Borden house, somebody had come back because they brought something home with them. And so I said to them, well, did you say your parting prayer when you left? And they were like, what is that? So I spent the night with them. And then we went out in the parking lot in the middle of the night, and I just said, look at the house, and with your biggest voice, say, thank you for letting me be here. I didn't mean to cause you any harm, but you are not welcome to come home with me. And I said, say it with your loudest voice.
Well, you have free will, and that's your body, your soul, your
Right.
mind, your heart, your space.
Absolutely.
So I 100% agree with you. I do not, they're not allowed.
No, right.
So, and I do believe that as long as you say they're not allowed and you believe they cannot, they will not.
Right.
I worry about some of these. I mean, I'm a medium, so what do you want me to do? You want me to talk about a TV show? Yeah, cut, edit, fake it, whatever these mediums do on TV, which is one of the reasons why I do this show. So if you did see any of the previous episodes, it's usually sit down, here we go, beginning to end. For me to read somebody, and so I read you briefly at my home, right?
Yes.
It was like an accidental reading, but I have to tell you that I believe I remember this was your dad that had come through.
Correct.
I feel like your dad is excited to be here now again.
I'm
He
100%
feels
sure that he is.
And I'm looking at you, he is standing with her grandmother. Because in my mind, he also is somebody who would be the guardian, but he says he's on you permanently.
Yep, that sounds like
So
him.
you must have taken a sign or a symbol that's both protective and love of dad, and you either carry it on you or tattooed it or did something
His necklace I wear often.
all the time. So it's not that it's a religious necklace, but it's him protecting you.
Yep.
He loves that. Don't take that off.
Oh, I never
Just
will.
saying.
Never will.
He's also talking about your hair. So I want to laugh because did you have an SK Pierce pull?
No.
Don't laugh at me. I
No.
feel like he pulled your hair.
Oh, no, I had something else, but it definitely wasn't him.
Okay, he's laughing because he was with you there and said you had a pull.
I did.
Something.
Well, I had something.
Okay, somebody touched you?
Yeah.
Yeah, he said I was right there. Don't worry, it wasn't bad. It was okay.
Are you sure?
He said it. He said it was intense, but it wasn't bad.
I gotta tell you what happened, and
Please do.
pardon me if this is overstepping the line, but I got a little grab on my butt.
That's okay.
Yeah, she thought it was me at
Are
first.
you serious?
Yeah.
Okay, so I find this really funny that your dad comes through and goes, yeah, it was intense, but it was unintentional. Almost
Okay.
like a ghost walked behind you and hit you by accident.
Oh, that's fine.
But it was like a poke.
It happened.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
it was
did.
like
He
a
was telling me it was like intense, but he was right there with you.
okay.
Are you okay?
I thought it was funny. I was laughing.
Well, okay, so that's another reason why he would say, don't worry, it wasn't bad, but yeah.
Didn't you say thank you?
Yes, I did.
Oh my God, she literally had
Yes,
those
I
things.
did.
See, well, you know
Because
what?
I've been begging and begging every time I go somewhere.
My butt.
I say, you can touch me, like, please touch me every time I go somewhere. I just want a little, hello.
Well, you got touched for sure.
And
Well,
I
here's
sure
your
got
dad
my wish.
confirming you're not insane and that
Okay.
you are safe.
Okay, incredible. I got
this so
no
much.
bad vibes from that little fondle, not at all.
No, doing paranormal investigations would be so fun. I gotta go with her next time.
Are you sure you don't want to go home with something?
No, no. Actually, I've never had that experience except for once. I will admit, when I went to when I was going to college down in the New London, Mystic Groton area, I did find myself on some old Navy grounds, and when I left, I found myself saying something similar. Oh no, you're not coming with me. Like I didn't get off the property before I realized that I had that heavy feeling. But I also have known all of this for so long. You know what I mean? I've kind of been in that for a long time. Tell me about the cat ball experience that you had.
Okay, so that was a residential case in Wilbraham, Mass.
Okay.
And this house is a relative of one of our team members. And they had been having some activity in their house. I can't remember exactly when it was built, 18 something. And they've been having a lot of activity, especially they love those stairs. And downstairs on top of the stairs, we had placed a cat ball because they had heard, especially the dog. Shout out to Max, the German Shepherd. He is so wonderful and he was very sensitive to whatever is happening in that house.
Okay.
So I'm not sure. I believe we were all either upstairs or outside of the
Well,
house
this
at this
video,
point.
I'm going to show this video.
Yes.
And then, but go ahead and finish the story, and then we'll put it on.
Okay, sure. So we were all either upstairs or out of the house. No way that we could have knocked it. The dog was out of the house, and we just caught it kind of slip off with no movement whatsoever. It just kind of decided to fall to the side. It lit up and
It's not supposed to do that. It's a pretty heavy ball, and if you're not
Right.
stomping it, moving it, or throwing it,
exactly.
I mean, we all have these things. These are, little balls. You throw it, and when it hits the ground, it lights up.
Right.
So for something to hit it and it lights up, it means something went through it and hit the sensor on the inside. It's not that somebody hit the outside of this. And then it rolls. That's a little more than just the blinking energy. So something hit it, or some energy went through
There
it,
was some
or
force.
yeah,
that was a lot
definitely.
of force.
Because it didn't go down the stairs, it went off the side.
It
So
was
they
like
it would
somebody flicked it.
Yeah, exactly. Somebody just kind of brushed it to the side. It didn't roll. There was no way it could have done that just by no activity in the
So
house.
this residential house, here's the video. This residential video then, is it something that so you give this to them? Do they see this too? And what do
Yes.
they think this is? Do they freak out?
No, actually, they know who it is. Because we have another video of the barn cat, the ghost barn cat. So when they first got that house, there was a barn cat that came with the house because they did. Yeah. So and then
So meanwhile,
his
now
name?
you've basically not just done this paranormal research into an evil spirit doll or lovely resident people who need some help, but now we're bringing cats in. Mm-hmm. Okay, sounds like my job.
Everybody can say hi.
Everybody can say, oh, I love that. Okay, tell me more about the Warrens.
Well, where do you want me to start?
Do they have any other dolls at the Warrens' house in Rose?
They have multiple dolls at the
I might have
Warrens'
to pull a
house.
picture up so people know what we're talking about. Go ahead.
So we have Annabelle,
Yes.
kind of the most famous, I would say, or most well-known, heard about. But there's also the Shadow Doll, that not a lot of people talk about.
And Fireball.
The fire doll. The shadow doll has real human teeth in it. It has
That's scarier than Annabelle.
Yeah, animal skin that he was talking about.
Uh-huh.
What else? There's
Parts.
the crystals in it.
Yeah, it's got all kinds of
It's
Like they tried to
feathers,
right?
bones. It's got all kinds
It's a
of.
haunted curse thing.
It is.
yes. So there's that one, and then there's the fire doll, which a couple was given it as a gift, and the day that they got it, the house burnt up.
Oh,
So that was the doll whose hands were covered at the
hence
museum.
the fire doll.
Yes.
Okay,
hence
so
the fire
there is a doll at the museum with the hands covered up, and she's in a little
Yes.
box also. Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw her, so I know. But what is it about that? What other dolls? What is it about the dolls in particular at the Warren house? Because I don't know. There was. If people want to send them now, people send the doll. Have you
Yep.
ever seen haunted dolls anywhere else? We're just going to send them all to the Warren house.
Yeah, let me.
Yeah,
There was a
there's
doll
Robert
room.
the doll.
Yeah.
There's,
There was a doll room.
There's the doll room
Yep.
that we went down to, some of us, and we just sat in there. Did a bunch of experiments, I would say, talking into the spirit box a lot, asking questions, replaying it to hear what we heard on the voice recorder.
Every single thing we heard on that voice recorder was audible, understandable, and then they screamed.
Right. It was
It-
demonic.
and they
Blood
waited
curdling.
for us to finish speaking. I will probably air one that I have that murbles after we ask a question. But I tell people, they're like, what do they say? And I go, well, they'll say, we might say, what are you doing here? And they'll go, well, we hate you. Jaws hate. And I'm like, oh my God, okay. And then, but as soon as we start asking another question, it's like quiet again, like they're
Yeah.
listening.
Yeah.
And then responds
Yeah.
again.
What's your favorite color? What's it? Nothing.
Nothing.
No responses.
No, it's just, it was scary.
Yeah.
What else about the Warren house? I mean, not to break a secret, but I'm going back again with you.
Yeah.
So,
We are going.
We'll
back.
do a part 2.
Yeah.
so excited. I can't wait to have
But
you.
what did you love there? What did
So
you?
I think the museum was probably my favorite thing of the whole entire experience. There was a mirror there that
You do that mirror? You did the mirror. Okay. What movie was that?
The Conjuring.
The
The last
Conjuring-
one. The last one.
Last Rites?
Yes.
I mean, you actually looked into a haunted movie. Hollywood did a movie about that I actually refused to look in. Like, I walked right by that thing, like, nope, I ain't looking in you. You're not taking my soul. No.
There's Emma Rose. Just
there
But
I
Emma
am.
Rose is sitting there staring at it. So tell me.
Anything for evidence.
Evidence. Anything for the you guys
Evidence
must love this
based.
one on the curve. Evidence. Okay, I get that. What was it that you saw when you
So-
looked in the mirror?
I was staring at the mirror, and the whole right side of my face, it just looked like it was melting off. So that was a little spooky.
And we're not on LSD. And we're not on shrooms. And
no.
we're not tripping. We didn't feed her booze.
as
We didn't
sober as I can be.
Was the mirror? Did the mirror look like literally you're looking at it in half of your? Okay, that's spooky.
Everything,
I'm gonna
like-
do that next time I go back. Maybe we'll see.
have to.
I don't know. Force me.
Okay, I
Okay,
will.
I'm not scared.
Okay, it's going to be on maybe.
Yeah,
great.
we have
Yeah,
evidence.
We have evidence.
Here's also what I want to know. Other than that mirror, was there anything else in there that gave you the heebie-jeebies, or is there anything in there that made you feel really good?
I think the heebie-jeebies was the pearl necklace in there that was known for strangling a woman when she had them on.
Heebie-jeebies? I'm not wearing
So
that
I
one.
think that's the one that really freaks me out. If anything
Okay.
gave me the heebie-jeebies,
I mean, there's
it was
hundreds
that.
of things in
There's
this museum.
so
We
many
could talk about this
things.
for hours. But, okay, what about something that felt good? Did you have something that felt good?
Yeah, but I'm kind of scared to admit it.
I
Just
feel
do it. Okay.
I feel like Annabelle was such like an exciting experience. Like you hear so much about her and the attachment, and she gets kind of a bad rep in the movies, I think, with how she looks.
Right.
But I just think it's a once in a lifetime experience.
And the movie version doll was
And-
right next across from her.
Yeah,
Right.
actually, a little spooky because they
Yeah.
tilted the head down to look,
Yeah,
so
well,
they're
I mean,
like
they-
looking at each
yeah.
other. I also learned from what they were telling us that there was 3 movies or 4, but they made the doll uglier for
Yeah,
each
every
movie.
single
one.
time.
So, we've got one of the uglier dolls. I don't know what they have. I say we like it's y'all not right, it's ours and hers and hers, and we all own. Okay, so you enjoyed that. What
I
did you
really
find
did.
comforting? I'm scared.
I just really have a kinship with the devil idol that was found in Newtown, Connecticut by a lost fisherman in the 90s.
Is that the one that goes like? Okay,
Yeah.
I'll get a picture
Yes.
of that. That's the totem.
7, 8 feet tall.
So why do you feel comfort by a totem?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Maybe I need to ask my therapist.
I'm just the medium, not the therapist. But I can tell you that people who are comfortable with paranormal objects usually have a very strong awareness of themselves. So the comfort level tends to be an understanding between you and an object versus fear. So it's good that you have that. I, on the other hand, will hold the fear close to me and run up the stairs when I can.
Well, no, actually, wasn't there a point where you were sitting next to Annabelle and you got your hair pulled? Do you remember that?
Oh, it was our teeth. Something happened. Yeah, there were 2 of us.
Yep.
And as we were sitting next to Annabelle, we both had a toothache. I can't remember.
I think it was Mickey.
It had to be Mickey because we were both sitting there going, ow. And I'm watching her go, ow. And I'm like, what are you doing that for? Because it was, yes, we had
Yep.
very parallel experiences. A lot of you guys, a lot of us
Yep.
did. All right, what else do I want to know about? Eastern States Paranormal Investigators. You are an all-female team now.
Yes.
You do historical. You do commercial? What does this mean? Is this commercial? Like if you came into this, would this be
No, restaurants, any place that, yeah,
haunted restaurant?
Yeah, well,
Libraries.
every place has a story.
yeah.
And all the old places that you go into, every place has a story.
I could see that. Do you ever walk into a place and know that it's somebody's loved one and just kind of feel it and just, I ruin haunted houses sometimes. I'm like, look, the mother's here. Tell her to go, I don't want to be bad about that, but sometimes a house is just a house with your loved ones visiting, right?
We actually had a residential case where it was just the grandmother coming in because they just had a baby.
Right.
Oh,
Just grandma
but they were
coming to check on
worried
the baby.
because of the baby? Interesting. All right, cat balls are falling down. What about S.K. Pierce?
S.K. Pierce.
Yes,
Well,
what is this S.K. Pierce? I've heard this a couple of times, and I know that other people have investigated there. What is this place?
Well, I mean, there was a picture that was sent to you with Ashley in the bathtub.
Yes.
And
okay.
and again,
Ashley in the bathtub.
yes, I mean you can read all the information about S.K. Pierce and it's pretty spot on. But then when you get there and you start doing Estes and you start like really looking into
Okay,
things.
pause. What is S.K. Pierce?
S.K. Pierce is a mansion.
It's a mansion
It's
in
Gardner, Mass.
Okay, and when you say Estes, that's putting the ears
Yes.
on and listening to the
stations.
to the radio.
Yep.
The what do you call it though? There's
Spirit
a
box.
spirit box.
Yep.
Listening to the spirit box, but closed in.
Yes.
So you're
With
asking,
blindfold
So
on.
it's like you guys are asking questions,
Yep.
but they can't hear the person.
Exactly.
So
and they're just saying what they hear as we ask questions.
yeah. So we say, "How are you?" or "Who are you?" and they go,
Right.
"Hi, I'm this." That's kind of
Well, I mean,
wild.
and and it got very heavy. Like it was one of those things. And we also have another woman that's a medium. And down the hallway where the maid's room was, she said that she was literally standing there, looking at the girl in the bathtub who was coming through and saying, "Stop talking, stop talking."
Well, it also rushed me, remember?
Right. Yep.
It was making you hurry.
No, it
So you were
literally
no,
went
it
up her
came at
arm
me.
and around her neck.
And it did the whole thing because
Okay, this would be why paranormal stuff makes me a little edgy. I mean, it's one thing to feel something in a room
Right.
Yeah.
or to hear something on a recorder, but if you actually feel somebody rushing at you, now you're stepping into that, like, I don't want to say Hollywood, but horror movie.
Well,
flick.
exactly,
Like, are you going
yeah.
down the stairs? Do any of you worry about no, you're all just strong women. None of you worry. I've met you all. I would worry for you. When we went to the Warrens' house, they had a whole garage full of rosaries and crosses and holy water. Like if you weren't prepped, they were prepping you to make sure that you were okay to go do this. Oh, I can't wait to go do it again.
Yes, we are going to be so ahead of the game because we already know the layout.
And I
of
do
the
have a
house.
T-shirt to match this. So
You do?
I
Yes,
will make
you
sure I put
do.
on my, my halftime T-shirt.
Yep.
Halftime T-shirt.
We've gotten great evidence from SK Pairs.
Oh, absolutely.
I love that you get to go into a place like that. You get evidence, so you know that what you're doing is doing good.
Well,
Your
exactly, but
equipment is
then
doing good.
exactly, but then again, like I said, like you hear the stories when you go in there, but then what was coming through was a different story, and it kind of puts everything together. Like again, like I don't watch TV shows just because I want to go somewhere and have my own experience.
I get you.
You know what I mean? And then watching Ashley go through this whole thing and having a completely different story, you kind of have an aha moment. You're like, wow, so they've hidden all this and they've given you the information they want you to know.
So you're
for the public.
uncovering history
Exactly.
with validation and
Exactly.
equipment that's telling you what's going on. It's kind of hard to argue with that.
It is, and that's what makes it amazing because again, you can read all the history you want, but then being there and uncovering that information gives it a whole different
Well,
story.
we're in New England. You are an
Right.
Eastern States Paranormal Investigator group. So we're all old houses up here. We're all
Right.
old establishments. And even if it's a new building, it's on an old foundation. I mean, you
Exactly.
never know where you're going. I can understand what you're saying about that for sure. So you do commercial, you do historical, you'll do residential. It's evidence based. So you're not going in there and going, "Oh, I see that you're crying. I know that you told me your hair got pulled," but you don't take that.
No.
So you don't really I'm sure you do interviews with the home, but
do.
you probably look for things like that's one thing, but you're looking for totally different things.
Yep.
Right.
Pretty much. Okay, so that becomes evidence based. As far as it being confidential, if I'm going to call you up to come to my house, what if I don't want you coming on TV and sharing my business?
Well, that's why we're going to have you blur out that lovely
Oh,
lady's
well, that's
face.
true. That's true.
Yeah, we're very confidential.
Confidentiality, I think, is extremely important, especially if it's maybe somebody who is a big name, or if it's a business that's a big name, or a commercial. I could only imagine like a Hartford Healthcare, or like a healthcare place. I might bleep that first part out. A healthcare place calling you up and being like, "Oh, our patient's in room 4," or like how have you ever had somebody come in and say, "I keep catching this miracle or this light," or do you ever get it in the other direction? Not yet, huh?
What do you
Y'all
mean?
are staring at
What do
me
you
blank.
What do you mean in the other direction?
Like instead of looking for a paranormal, something that you can't understand that maybe has like a weird vibe. And I know a mother or a grandmother is a good vibe visiting a kid. How about anything that might have been evidence that you found that you couldn't explain as a paranormal entity? Like, not yet. Angels, whispers.
Actually, maybe.
Static?
It's hard to like. From SK Pierce, we do have a video that is one of our first bits of evidence that blew us away, and it looks like an apparition. It also almost looks angelic.
Is that the one in the back end of the doorway?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, we're going to air that. And you're doing this confidentially. We know that you are professional. You've put yourselves out that way. You've got your logo. You've got your information online. You've definitely got everything to back you up. You're going to credible places that I know going to the Warrens and to Lizzie Borden's are popular. Is there any other places you've been to that people might go, "Oh, no way," or have you run across any,
I've been to the Hinsdale House.
The
in
Hinsdale
New
House.
York.
Okay.
I've been to Penhurst Asylum.
Okay. Wow.
I've been to the Conjuring House. That was my very first overnight.
The Conjuring House.
Conjuring House.
Holy mackerel.
What was that place in the woods that you almost killed me that day?
Oh,
Okay, wait, I'm not going to hang out with you guys anymore. Apparently she almost killed her that day.
Madame Cherie.
Yeah, Madame Cherie's
Madame
little house in the
Cherie's,
woods.
she had a castle in the woods up in.
So hopefully everybody who's watching is going to turn around and they're going to
Yes.
listen to the things that you just said.
I mean, there's
the
so many
that you just
places. I mean,
said.
you can literally just pull over. Like usually, I have my tools with me because I'll see a cemetery and I'll just go skirt and pull over, just go for a little. Just go for a little walk.
So you are now an all-female team. That may change. It's been different in the past. It may change in the future, but right now you
Yeah,
guys
we're
are
comfortable.
you're cruising with the
We
all-female
are.
crew.
We're
I like
pretty solid.
this. That
We're
is
pretty solid.
That is admirable. I'm all about that. That I think is great. You're respectful. You're evidence-based. This is a confidential, professional,
Yep.
no
Team.
cost.
No
No
cost.
cost.
You know, and what's great about our team is that we're 7 women, 7.5. But we all bring something different to the table. We all have something that we're really good at, and we work together as a team. So we work really well together.
It's perfect.
It's really
You're in
good.
sync.
Yes.
I like that.
But one thing I want to say again is we do spend a lot of time debunking our evidence, because the last thing we want to do is put anything out there that can be explained somehow. So that's really
Yeah.
just
Well,
as
that
important.
debunking thing is number one.
Yeah.
When it comes to paranormal investigators, now I've been a medium working out in the field for over 31 years, and I can tell you that the stereotype is that paranormal investigators do not get along with mediums because they want to keep the mediums and that intuition out. Almost mostly because, well, they have in the past, most definitely, because they do want it to just be evidential based. I do believe mediums can come in and debunk as well, but we're also seeing the things that you're catching on camera, which is nice. But debunking is important. I'm number one at that. I have no problem saying it's not that, but it's also one of the reasons that the debunking part of your investigations and this television show is why I really felt the two of these things came together. I do this show because I don't ever want somebody to go, this happened, that happened. No, it's unedited, it's uncut. This is raw footage. What you're seeing is what happened, good, bad, or ugly. And I feel like when you guys go into these investigations, you're going in with the same thing. I'm hoping for the good. There's probably going to be a bad. We'll take the ugly, but we're going to give you the truth in the end.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I love this. Well, it's going to be up again. People are going to find you. People are going to see you. They're going to reach out to you.
Beautiful.
And now you have to filter through and find out like who's, I would not want to be the person on the end of the emails trying to filter all these emails.
We share that responsibility.
You
do.
see, you
share
guys are
everything.
so nice. Okay, last words. Give me anything that you want to make sure gets out about the Eastern States Paranormal Investigators. Or you.
I would say we have everyone's interest in mind. Like, we're here to help. We're a
Absolutely.
tool.
Yep.
We're a tool that talks back to you, and tools that bring tools to you.
And a lot of
So
tools
I would
added.
say we're a tool to either put families at ease or to get them the evidence, answer some questions that they want answers to. So
It's about helping people and validating.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
And you?
I would say I love ESPI because they are my best friends in the world.
I love that. You're going to make me cry because that means I'm half a best friend.
I'm not, you're a full best friend, for sure.
which side's your
They
good
call
side?
me this side, of course. Come on, they are good enough on their own. What about you? Tell me what you'd like to shout out.
Oh my goodness. I mean, I love this group of women. I look forward to it just like a little kid. Like whenever we have an investigation, like that's what gets me through my week, is knowing that we're going to be doing something together.
love
It's
that.
about investigating and validating. And
Investigating and validating.
Yeah.
What about you?
Oh, and our group chat is like 700 texts every 3 hours.
Yeah.
I think the biggest thing is we do just want to help people. We're not doing this for fame or, I mean, our YouTube channel is like so bare bones. We're not like,
But it's there, and
yeah,
it's honest,
it
and
is.
it's open.
Maybe
Yeah,
someday
bare
we'll
bones
throw
right
some.
now. Let's
Yeah,
see
we're
what
not
happens,
doing
yeah.
this for any other reason than to try to find out what happens when we die and how can we help people.
Right.
I mean,
Yep.
we just want to help people.
And
because
you're going to get answers to that
Yeah.
if you keep asking.
Yeah.
They're going to tell you.
the thing is there's so many people out there that experience odd things in their home and they feel very alone,
Yeah.
you know? And to have somebody come in and say, I understand what you're saying, validate how they're feeling, and then get down to it. I mean, it's like, that's everything. That's why we do this.
Gives them peace.
It does, and and the things you learn while we're there, it's
Well, I have to admit, I get very excited when it comes to putting myself in a position where paranormal is an option or an opportunity. Because when I do read, I am doing the same thing. I am reading paranormal energy. It's energy that is an unknown source, and I put a lot of trust and faith into where I go and what I do. So when I feel a grandmother or when I feel a dad coming through for you, and I get that, I know that it's like a big heart love space, and it's just gushy for me. I also think often, as that information is coming to me, what's between me and that person?
Right.
Can we measure it? Are there lights? Can we EVP in there? Should we take pictures? I've always thought there should be something physical going on, because if I'm hearing it and you can validate it, there has to be,
and that's
right?
how working together.
And you guys are doing that. So this is just going to be great when we do a follow-up show, because you guys are going to have to come back in the summer, because we may have some more investigations to talk about.
Absolutely.
I would
For
love
sure.
this.
Yeah.
I love all of you guys. There's something else I want you guys to all know. I feel the family aspect that you have. And I have not heard you guys mention this here, but I'm going to give your families here a shout out, because I know that each one of you have family members who not only love you for who you are and inspire you to keep going and doing this. I mean, they support you at all these. I mean, you don't go away overnight with children and husbands and boyfriends, and unless you have people who are supporting you where you are. So I think that's important too, that I noticed that, and I want to mention that. So you need to take your grandmother and your father home with you. I'm not going to say there were any dead people on this side of the room, but I am going to say thank you to you guys. Just tune in every Wednesday night if you want to see it again. Make sure that you hook up with these guys here. So this picture is one that I took of all of them at a graveyard. So I hope they don't mind me sharing. This is the whole crew. I want you guys to know you can tune in every Wednesday at 7:30, see Messages from Heaven. I'm on YouTube. We've got the Paranormal ESPI crew here. And thank you so much. Have a great night.